Welcome, everyone, to the NoDQ.com live recap of Friday Night SmackDown, or if you're watching in the United States using a VPN, Friday afternoon SmackDown. We are just 24 hours away until WWE Clash in Paris. WWE already in France, heading into the big event. This week's SmackDown took place in Lyon, France, which many of you remember was the site of the 2024 Backlash PLE. Lyon, France, considered one of the best WWE crowds, and they continue to deliver, proving that they are one of those top tier crowds, maybe the best. They had a lot of energy for most of the show. We'll get to that in just a few moments. We opened up SmackDown with Logan Paul, who got a ton of heat. He said he's not a parasite, but rather a disruptor. The crowd was chanting "F you, Logan" at him. He said it was because of him that WWE got these deals with Netflix and ESPN. Logan said that John Cena represents an outdated era of wrestling, and he warned that it's actually Cena that needs to bring his A game at Clash in Paris. Logan got some more heat by speaking in French. John Cena came down to the ring. Massive ovation for Cena. He said that the people want to root for Logan Paul, but Logan has just proven that he is nothing more than a wannabe disruptor. Cena said that Logan is actually a dollar store John Cena, and said that Logan Paul isn't even in the top 25 influencers in the world. He said that Logan's influence is shrinking. Logan is desperate to save his own ass. Cena then brought up respect. He went into the crowd, or went by the entranceway, by the ringside area, and there was that fan from Brussels when John Cena turned heel. That fan that was very upset about Cena's heel promo. That fan was there at ringside. John Cena approached the kid and apologized to him. So the John Cena babyface turn has come full circle. Cena said he was just having a bad day when he was a heel. The kid was like, whatever. He just wanted the picture with John Cena. And then Cena got back into the ring, had a few more words, and said that Logan Paul asked for the match. He called him a dickhead. It said now Logan Paul has it. Another good segment here with these guys. John Cena was incredible. Nice little moment with the kid to come full circle. And that was our final build. John Cena got the upper hand on Logan, at least verbally, before the pay-per-view. Does that mean anything? Well, I'm sticking with my prediction. I say John Cena wins this one. Building Nexus sent in a $2 super chat. Thank you for that. Says, if Logan Paul wins, he could be put into the title feud? Maybe, but we've already seen Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes. If anything, I could see Logan Paul going for a different title, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. I don't think Logan Paul is winning, though. I really don't. Nice segment to open up the show. I'm glad they got the kid involved so we could have that moment with John Cena. Imagine that, getting not one but two viral moments with John Cena. That kid's got to be having the time of his life. Now, we had an interesting backstage segment where the Street Profits were talking about their tag team title #1 contender match, and they were approached by Bo Dallas, who was not in the Uncle Howdy gear, just talking to them like a normal person, and questioned their brotherhood. What if the Street Profits lost and failed to win the tag team titles back? Like, would they really be unified? He was trying to get them against each other, trying to play some mind games. Next up, we had something that was very bizarre. We were supposed to have a tag team title match for the women's titles, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defending against Piper Niven and Alba Fyre. Now, Piper Niven was not on the show. WWE said last minute she was not cleared to compete. And we don't know what's up with that. Chelsea Green was supposed to be in the match. Nick Aldis even confirmed it. But as Charlotte and Alexa were coming down to the ring, they got jumped. And Charlotte Flair, her knee was attacked by Chelsea and Alba. And because of this, Charlotte Flair was not cleared to compete. And we ended up getting Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea in a singles match, which did not make any sense. Why would Chelsea and Alba Fyre jeopardize their tag team title match? Why would they do that attack just to lose their opportunity? In the storyline, it made no sense whatsoever why they would do that and blow their tag team title opportunity. And the announcers were even bringing it up. So this really does feel like WWE threw something together here last minute. I didn't like it, but maybe some things were out of their control, and this was the best they could come up with. We did have the match, and it was your usual SmackDown match with the outside interference from Alba Fyre. But despite this, Alexa was able to avoid the unprettier, and she rolled up Chelsea and got the 1-2-3 victory. After the match was over, we had the post-match attack, and Charlotte Flair, she had her knee brace. She came out there and made the save, but it wasn't enough. Chelsea and Alba Fyre gained the upper hand and stood tall to end the segment. It was what it was. Felt thrown together, but, you know, hopefully Piper's okay. That's my main concern. Backstage, Sami Zayn was interviewed about his U.S. title match against Solo Sikoa, which was hyped up as the main event of the show. He said he was feeling confident. He spoke in French. Then we had a video package from Aleister Black hyping up whenever his matches with Damian Priest, calling Damian Priest misguided, hollow. Priest responded in a backstage interview and said he's going to teach Aleister Black a lesson about pain. Then we had, speaking of pain, we had Meechin versus Kiana James. Kiana James had new music. She even has the same helicopter sound effect that Motor City Machine Guns have. I mean, really? Def Rebel, WWE could not give her something different. Apparently she had something similar before. I don't know. I don't care. But the fact is, like, why would you have two acts with the same helicopter intro? I don't know. Crowd did not give a damn about Kiana James. And you know you're in trouble when Lyon, France doesn't give a shit about you. It's not good for your future. And this match's booking is not going to do Kiana any favors because the bell rang. She tried to use her purse. Meechin dodged it and then rolled her up and got the 1-2-3 victory. 2 women's matches, 2 roll-up finishes, and this wasn't even really a match. And we also had another post-match beatdown, 2 matches in a row. After the match was over, Julia and Kiana attacked Meechin, and Julia stomped Meechin into the steel steps. And I do not care. Meechin is always challenging for this women's U.S. title, and we need some new blood in the storylines. Just saying. Yeah, this was maybe the worst thing of the entire show. I hate to say it, like Julia as the women's U.S. title feels like a complete afterthought. Like they really got to do more with her. Drew McIntyre came to the ring for a promo. McIntyre was quite over in Lyon, France. And he called out Randy Orton Orton came out there, got the huge ovation. Crowd was singing his song, and McIntyre tried to convince Orton that Cody Rhodes is not Orton's friend, and even brought up King of the Ring, how Orton hesitated, but Cody did not. And McIntyre pleaded his case, and Orton said that he didn't attack McIntyre last week because of Cody. He did it because McIntyre is a prick. And McIntyre did not appreciate this. He gave Orton the Glasgow kiss, went for the Claymore, but McIntyre avoided the Claymore. Or Orton avoided the Claymore. I'm getting all confused here. McIntyre went for the Claymore. Orton avoided it. And then Orton went for the RKO. But then we had the officials running down, security, Hurricane Helms coming out there, and they even called him Hurricane on commentary. Orton, of course, attacked the security guards, gave Hurricane an RKO, and McIntyre managed to escape. And then backstage, Orton gave general manager Nick Aldis a fireball shot, and R-Truth made a little cameo appearance, but we got no confirmation of when we are getting McIntyre versus Orton. I figured they were going to add it to the Clash in Paris show, but as of right now, as of this stream, no official announcement of when that match is going to take place. We had Carmelo Hayes backstage with The Miz. Carmelo's not happy with The Miz stealing his pins, and Miz said it didn't matter. What mattered is they're lightning in the bottle. They're getting the job done. And then Bo Dallas, who showed up earlier with the Street Profits, also confronted Miz and Carmelo. And Carmelo basically blew off Bo Dallas and didn't want anything to do with him. So we had our match. Street Profits versus Carmelo and Miz, number one contenders match. Profits probably got their best reaction they've ever had with their new entrance music. It sucks, but this was a hot crowd and they were reacting to most of the stuff on the show. Miz and Carmelo were working together well in this one. They got in some offense, but then we had interference from the Wyatt Six. And Miz was distracted, which I guess this makes more sense than your typical stupid babyface because the Miz is kind of a coward. And he was thrown off by this. Street Profits took advantage, and they got the win, pinning Carmelo Hayes. And they announced no Orton and McIntyre at Clash in Paris, but we will be getting the Wyatt Six, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, defending the tag team titles against the Street Profits. Street Profits getting a tag team title match at the PLE. It's fine. I don't really care that much about the match. It feels more like a SmackDown match, but hey, SmackDown tag team titles get a spot, and some people are complaining that the Street Profits don't get enough PLEs, so there you go. I agree with Matthew. I don't see the Profits winning. I think the tag champs will retain this one. That's my official prediction for the match. Don't really care too much about it, though. I would have rather seen McIntyre versus Orton. I guess they could still add it last minute. We'll see. Then backstage, we had a little confrontation between Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. Jade revealed that she is the number one contender. They did not confirm a match. I could see WWE holding off on that until WrestlePalooza. Maybe they'll do it on SmackDown, but I feel like they're going to stack WrestlePalooza. So there you go. And finally, we had our main event of the show, which was Solo Sikoa defending the United States Championship against Sami Zayn. They were given a lot of time for this one. So much so that I figured when they came out there for the entrances, we were maybe going to get a title change. Now, we had the interference from the MFTs. They attacked Zayn when the referee was distracted with Solo. Jimmy Uso came out there, but he was overwhelmed. Then Jacob Fatu showed up, and the odds were evened at this point, and it was back to one-on-one, Solo versus Zayn. Solo gave Zayn the spinning solo on the announce table. Sami Zayn somehow managed to beat that 10 count. They always do. They always beat the 10 count. And yes, Solo Sikoa kicked out of the Blue Thunder Bomb. How can that happen? But yeah, the 10 count always gets beaten at 9.9. It doesn't matter if it's WWE or AEW. I say this every video. Just once, I want to see somebody fail to beat the 10 count. Just once. One time. Just give it to me one time. Give me what I want, as Dave Bautista would say. Now, Jerry brought up how he thought maybe Tama Tonga would return. I was thinking, like, at this point, who else could interfere? And then I thought, yeah, maybe Tama Tonga returns, but he did not show up. No other people interfered in this match. Zayn was able to avoid the Samoan spike, and he delivered not one, but two haluva kicks and got the 1-2-3 victory. Sami Zayn is the new United States champion, and Solo Sikoa had maybe the worst United States title run of all time. It was terrible. It was not good whatsoever. Sami Zayn's your new champion. I guess we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for him to be the world champion, but we do have some time between now and WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. Zayn could always lose it by the Rumble and then win the Rumble in Saudi Arabia and get the world title match. Yeah, I think Solo's was even worse than Nakamura's. I mean, Nakamura didn't do much, but Solo just lost pretty much every match except for SummerSlam. It was not a good run. I mean, neither of them were. All in all, I thought SmackDown was pretty good. The crowd definitely helped matters. I mean, they're an all-time great crowd. A little bit of a mixed bag. And as I did mention earlier, maybe Logan Paul fights Sami Zayn for the title at some point, even though we've already seen Logan Paul with the title. I think that the opening segment was really good. Main event, Sami Zayn winning the title was very nice. And the rest of the show was a mixed bag. The women's segments were rough, but I did like the tag title match, and I liked the segments with Bo Dallas. I liked the Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton segment. So to me, it was slightly above average, but the crowd brought it up a little bit. So I agree with what Jerry said. It was a 6 show, but the crowd bumped it up to a 7. 7 out of 10 for SmackDown. Enjoyable show. And if you didn't see it, I'd give it a recommend. It was a fun show. We got the title change, and there was some entertaining stuff on the show. But if you need to, skip over the women's segments. I'll just throw that out there. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the SmackDown recap. Nice to be done with this early. Time to get some dinner and enjoy the rest of the evening. I will be back Saturday evening. We got the afternoon Clash in Paris show. Check out the predictions if you missed it. Nothing has changed for me with my predictions, but you can check out that video on the No DQ YouTube channel. I will be doing live results coverage of Clash in Paris on No DQ's website, so check that out. And then I'll be back here on the No DQ YouTube channel with my thoughts on the show. Until then, say yes to No DQ. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all next time.